crap. Most of it is because I want to update my schedule. Like, the issue I'm having is I said I'd upload 2 to 3 days a week, and I'm doing that, but I thought I would be working on the videos, the more professional ones I want to get up there. Instead, I've been so sidetracked because I feel like I'm kind of satisfied with what I'm doing. You know, the type of videos I'm making, I'm doing just... It's okay, because it's just kind of like a shift right now in things, because my life is just all over the place. Like, the things that you don't see that I upload on YouTube, there's a ton of things. Like, I host events, I work out like crazy, I fucking work the shit out of my car, and I try to show you guys the projects I do. I call them YouTube projects because the encouragement and the inspiration to do what I do is actually sprung from YouTube, from watching what other people do, and allows me to incorporate it into what I like to do, you know? Like, I'm turning this fucking G5 into a media server that I can't get to work for the life of me, you know? I saw a friend the other day, I haven't seen in a while, she still follows me on Snap, and I put all my struggles with this fucking thing on Snapchat, and I've consulted with a few people. Even the owner of the factory I supervise helped me out with this. He told me what I should do. I even went to Micro Center, which is in New York a cheap Best Buy. It's the best way to explain it. And they have their own thing called Knowledge Bar, which is basically a multi-geek squad. I spoke to the guy. He knew what he was talking about. I told him I had a G5. He's like, let me stop you there. You're not using Intel processors when I'm trying to install the newer software. I'm using PowerPC chip processor, so I'd have to run an old version of Hackintosh to make it work. But the issue is I can't get this to boot to disk unless it's Hackintosh. And I've only got to work with one disk I have, which is an IATKOS and Hazard Snow. But the thing is, I only get the Apple, and then when I go to the Apple, I cannot get past the Apple. Anyway, so this video I'm just making to say I got a box that you guys saw from my friend Steven, and I got that Switch box, and I got like, it's 11:30, and I'm gonna probably be in bed in like the next hour and a half, so I want to kind of clean up a little bit. I mean, my room was more messier earlier today. It took me like 20 minutes to clean it up, but what I'm trying to do is trying to update my Switch box. Right now I have this three-way switch, actually, but I got a tiny issue, not like a major issue, but it blurs it. It blurs every connection that I put into it. I gotta make sure this thing is fucking low. I got parents sleeping. So, oh, it's set to DVI. Okay, beautiful, actually. Let me actually just switch this over to AV, though. I like this because even if the connection's inactive, it'll still... So, like, turn on my VCR over here, which is on the second, and it's just so blurred. You really can't see it, and the aspect ratio usually boxes, but, like, the VCR is the only thing that's really, you know, blurry. If I switch it over to the first one, which is my Xbox, it's not terrible at all. The screen's actually good. It's just pixelated because it's a composite connection. This is actually beautiful. I don't even think I have do I have a game in here? No, I don't. Unless I do, and it's just a fast loading game. No, I think it's about to go to the dash. Oh, I have Battlefront in there. Alright, but whatever. Okay, so what I'm trying to do, though, is see if this switch even works, and then I'd have to clean it up. So we're gonna do this step by step together. I'm just gonna, you know, figure out a lot of things. So obviously the first one is actually the output to the TV. So let's go ahead and just start unplugging things. See, what I like about this is my VCR has a line in. There's something plugged. I think my VS Max, which is a Chinese version of, it's basically like if you watch JonTron, he has all these ports of bit crushed games that he buys that are bootleg, and that's basically what this is. It's like fake Galaga, fake Pac-Man, all that stuff, and that's what I use for the input on my VCR, because it's a VCR based game. So okay, so I got this. See, this is actually a 5-input switch box, and what I like about this is it just doesn't do composite RCA input. It also can do S video, which literally, I'm not even gonna lie, literally 0% of the things I own uses S video. So it's nice to have that option. You know, maybe I need a converter to HDMI to S video that can't support the composite video or decode it properly. So I have that option. It's nice. So I'm gonna plug this into my TV right now. Sorry you guys can't see this, but multitasking was never one of my strong suits, even though I learned how to do it way better recently. And if I'm pacing, I'm sorry, the bathroom is calling my name. So I'm actually gonna plug in my Xbox to the first one. These things are actually pre-labeled, like Xbox, N64 and everything, but I don't own them, so I actually can remove the labels. And at work, I have a label maker that I'm just gonna use. So I plugged it in, I got it going to my TV. So now I'm actually gonna just hit the Xbox input and turn it on and see what happens. Oh no, I think I put in input 5, which let's not work. I'm gonna have to play around with this.